Hi, and welcome to the August 2017 edition of APA Talk. My name is Terry Justice. I'm APA League Operator of Maryland and Eastern West Virginia. We're starting into our playoffs, and I would like to wish all of our teams the best of luck during the playoffs, through the triennials, and hopefully winning a slot for our World Qualifier next June. Speaking of that, we do have Vegas teams, or teams that have just qualified in our World Qualifier, to head out to Vegas. They're going to be heading out in a couple of weeks. We have 16 8-ball teams, we have 11 9-ball teams, 3 Masters teams, a couple of Jack and Jill teams, and also our mixed format team heading out to compete and have fun in Vegas. You can go online to our website, to Facebook, and get the results and see the pictures of the teams. Our new session is approaching here within the next couple of weeks. If you haven't registered, please do so at this time, and we can probably get you into the schedules. We are producing our fall edition of Chalk Talk, which will be included in every packet going out, all the team envelopes. You can also get a copy of that digitally online. I'd like to announce that we are doing a few different things. We have set up adult juniors leagues. If you're interested, call our marketing personnel here at the office. We also have a new 8-ball Scotch doubles league. We're holding our LTC in February with a team of 8 players, 4 sets of doubles, competing in April-May timeframe out in Vegas in the doubles championships. So again, this is probably your best shot at getting to Vegas. Would be on our 8-ball Scotch doubles league. So if you'd like to get more involved and see where we have them in your area, or if you'd like to start them up in your area, give us a call ASAP. This is the last session prior to our LTC for the doubles will be our fall program. So one session and you might make it to Vegas. I'd like to also announce that we're setting up a Veterans Day tournament for all of our military personnel and all of our vets. Again, more information will be in Chalk Talk here online, and you'll have to register for the event. It is free, and again, a way of saying thank you for your service to all of our vets. We had our last Board of Governors meeting just a couple of weeks ago. Prior to that, we sent out a rep survey asking all of our 300 division reps, what type of questions they have, what kind of topics they would like for us to bring up in our board meeting. We had things such as office policies and procedures, questions related to that, also rules questions, and a couple of the main items that sort of surface and have surfaced for the last 33 years since I've been operating the league are handicapping and sportsmanship issues. We went into detail, had an open forum. I answered all the questions that the reps could throw at me in relationship to handicapping, sportsmanship issues, and I'll try to cover just a brief amount of it here with you today. As far as the handicapping, again, for the past 33 years, we've dealt with handicap issues over and over, and it's never going to stop. There's always going to be teams that are trying to get over on the system. The question that you have to ask, and the question that we have to answer, is, are they getting away with it? And I'll say uncategorically the same thing I said to the reps, that 95% of the people who are attempting to sandbag are not getting away with anything. We have built-in procedures into our handicapping system which adds in safety, so if they're trying to dog shots, it's not really helping them. There are a lot of things that we have built into the system to guarantee that you have a level playing field. Do a few slip through the crack? Yes. But the procedures that we have in place, and I'll go over a few of them with you aside from the proprietary information in our handicap system. Every complaint that comes into our office we address. I ask a show of hands in front of 100 division reps, and put myself on the spot as to any of them who had not gotten responses back for any type of handicap questions or questions on people's skill levels that they had submitted. I did have 4 hands go up, and that's not bad. 96% is a pretty good factor, but we want to see why something fell through the crack and we didn't address the issues of these 4 individuals. I immediately talked to the individuals, or at least 2 of them on the spot, and got their concerns as to which players that they had requested to be evaluated. Immediately evaluated them when we got back to the office and made dispositions. Now, we're going to get the reps a little bit more involved for dealing with the perception of sandbagging. Again, a lot of players out there, or I won't say a lot, but there are teams out there that are trying to hold their players' skill levels down. If a player is rated a 4 and their record dictates that they're rated a 4 and they lose consistently in playoffs and higher level tournaments, then they have to be a 4, regardless of whether they're trying to bag it or not. They're not a 5 caliber player if they're not a 5 caliber player. We evaluate every player that comes in, and we look at a lot of different statistical pieces of information. Again, if a player is doing poorly in the session, but however can shine in the playoffs, well, that's a red flag, and we take action there, and we get them raised up. Again, if they're doing mediocre in the regular session and they're not doing anything in the playoffs, they may be attempting to sandbag, and you're seeing that, but they're not underrated, and we can't just raise them up. Now, however, we may start doing that. If we have teams that are just flagrantly trying to beat the system, even though their players' ratings are correct, we may start sending some penalties out there and getting the message across that quit trying this. Play fun, have pool out, play fun on your pool league night, and just compete properly. Don't try to worry about your handicaps. I bowl, and I mentioned this in a couple other videos, and I'm probably, if we were rating myself in bowling after about 10 years, I'm probably still a 3 or a 4, rated person in bowling compared, to, a 7 caliber. But I go out and have fun. We go out with friends to enjoy ourselves and compete fairly. So I ask that all teams do that. Again, we addressed all these issues with our division reps, at the board meeting, and I wanted to touch base a little bit and let you know that behind the scenes here, we are evaluating every player. Every player that comes into playoffs, every player that goes to the triennials, all of them are evaluated for any type of red flag that can surface, and if they do surface, we do take action. We don't just sit here and act like everything's okay. We know that there are a few players that need to be elevated at times, and we take action on it. We have no problem doing so. Now, talking about sportsmanship, all it takes is just someone with a negative attitude to make the night not as much fun as it could be. I would ask that all the team captains, please, 99% of the nights that you go out there, you're going to have a good night, you're going to play against a good team. But for those that may have someone on the team that doesn't make it pleasurable for the other players, please get rid of them so we don't have to. I mean, we've suspended many a player in the league, and we do so pretty much constantly. Every session we suspend players for improper action. Go ahead and save us a little bit of work here by just getting them off your team. If they're not fun to be around for the other teams, they're probably not fun to be around for you and your teammates. So get them out of our program, send them over to the other leagues, let them play over there. I have no problem losing those kind of players. I welcome them exiting our system. So please monitor your teams and get rid of anyone that's going to just sort of put a bad rep on your team. Now, the easiest way to have a great night out playing pool is to go out there and play pool. Play competitive, play by the rules. You can even show a little compassion for your opponent. You can even show a little latitude on some of the rules, to your opponent if you choose to. But for God's sake, you're out there to have fun. Making it to Vegas is fine. Again, we have about 30 teams heading out to Vegas there. The teams are legit. They have competed against many teams to get where they are. Their skill levels, if they weren't 100% proper, and on some of the teams at some points have gone up, during that transformation to make it through, to the Vegas Championship. They've been monitored every step of the way. They were monitored prior to coming into the event. When we went into our World Qualifier, we had checked every player on every team and felt very comfortable with skill levels. We had a few marginal players that were high-level 4s, high-level 5s, high-level 6s, and that's fine. We have a range. We have a weak category, a medium category, a high category, and every skill level. People are going to transition through those and advance into the following levels. Our job is to try to make sure that they're not intentionally trying to transition through too slowly, and we take that job very, very seriously. Back to sportsmanship, though. When you're out there, you want to compete. You want to, play pool. You want to have fun. You don't want to have people dogging balls intentionally. So again, I ask those teams that are having their players attempt to hold the skill levels down, please, enough is enough. If we start getting multiple complaints there, we're going to start raising players, even if we personally don't feel that they're any better than what they're rated. So I want this stuff to stop. I want it to stop now. Again, this perception that you're putting out there that you're getting away with something is causing it not to be fun for other teams. So when you get there, another thing that I would highly suggest is both of the teams get together just like a softball team would. Shake hands with each other, introduce yourself, and start the night off proper. That way you've got a much, much better chance that you're going to have a great time playing in the APA week after week. Again, until our September edition, good luck to everyone. Good luck in the playoffs. Good luck to our Vegas teams heading out there. Good luck starting up our fall session. And may God bless. Thank you.